Hey YouTube, Ham back again at the table with my third video tonight. Something else came in, and I don't know, I think for the first time I may actually have a fail from the Kabar company. You know, in the past I've gotten a lot of Kabar knives, both folders and, you know, my big fixed blades. I love Kabar, and I know there's a lot of you out there that share that. Well, when I heard they had this K2 Rescue Kit, being as I dabble in that, I thought I'd check it out. So this came in, comes with the registration paperwork, of course, and it comes in fairly nondescript looking belt pouch. Look at that in a minute. But well, the more I looked at this, the more I'm kind of questioning the whole package. First of all, this is it. It's the same size frame as their K2 knife. You may recall another video of mine. I actually own the K2. It's in another part of the house right now. But this is the Kabar K2 Rescue Tool. Now, this is not your standard pocket knife. Okay, it's brushed aluminum scales. The end, of course, has the reinforced. It's built right into the framework. Glass punch. Okay, for breaking windows. It also has a multi-set wrench. This does not swing out. Again, it's part of the framework. So it's designed to just place over a nut and torque if you have to. I imagine that one of these would fit an oxygen tank key. But there's two things here that are really different. First of all, this is the tool adapter. Now, this is just a swing out arm. It does not lock. It simply stays there. It's got a button on, so you can thumb it out if you need it. But this is designed to work with these bits that come with it in the back pocket of the pouch. We'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, you have the standard set of bits here. You have different sizes of flathead and Phillips screwdrivers, a couple of Torx tools, and a bit adapter. Plus you have the main adapter here. Now this is in the compression type rubber housing. Okay, what this does is this main adapter allows you to place the square end on the shaft. Now this is magnetic, so it will hold, and then you take one of the other bits, let's say we want this Phillips head screwdriver, and you place it into that. So you can make other tools out of this. It is a little time consuming grabbing all the bits and doing everything, but the thing that surprises me is how loose that is. Look at that. Even though it's magnetic and it's really not going to go anywhere, and you still can develop torque, there's a lot of play. Look at that, I'm holding that tight. That's how much play there is in that, in the socket. And the overall is just really loose. I'm actually rotating that in a circle inside there. Okay, so although, you know, I've had other tools that have this magnetic adapter before that allow you to use almost any standard size interchangeable bit, it's very loose and flimsy. And the other thing, let's take that off. Okay, you've got this arm. Now the blade itself is different. Okay, now that's designed to cut through materials, wood, plastic, seat belts, things like that. Now this does lock. Okay, it's a liner lock. Actually, it's a frame lock, excuse me. But if you've got the swing arm back down in its stow position, it's very hard to get to the lock to release the blade. You either have to slide your thumb over to apply pressure, or you have to pull it with your fingernail, or unless you lift this up and then close the blade. But therein lies the other fail that I don't like. Okay, first of all, it's standard Kabar steel. It's their model 3082. Kind of a satin finish to it, and it is the K2 family. But if you just wanted to draw the blade out, go ahead and open it. You take the arm with it. You see that? The arm does not stay put. There's no way to lock it in place. If you pull the blade out, I'll do it on this side, and I'll just use my hand, it raises the arm with it. So then you have to, as you're pulling it out, you have to bring the blade all the way out till it locks, and then fold the arm back in. So another thing I don't like about the tool is it's just a little awkward. Wouldn't it have been easier to put a second hinge point in and put the swing tool out on this side? Granted, you've got this, but you could have moved this up a little bit or placed it a little differently. You've got enough room there, and put the swing arm out. You know, there's other ways you could have done this, but belt clip is only one position because of the wrench here, so it's tipped down. It's a very solid knife. There's no play at all. I mean, it's definitely usable as a tool, but it's just a little inconvenient. And the other thing, let's show you the other thing. Let's close this up. Okay, you're all done. You want to put it back in the pouch. If you're not carrying it with the clip, you're carrying it on your belt, your pouch, like I do with my tools. Okay? It gets hung up by the belt clip in the back, and if you try to put the belt clip in the front, it gets hung up on that. So there's not a lot of play. Now there's a little bit more play now because I don't have the bits in. Okay, let's take a second and put the bits in the back compartment where they belong, and I'll show you the problem with the back compartment. Okay, so let's put the bits where they belong. Actually, you've got to slide them in the one way because the end piece is too fat to slide, so they go in there. Okay, and then this piece of Velcro comes around and holds them in place. Now, with that added pressure, this is extraordinarily difficult to grab on the fly. It gets hung up on the material, and like I said, put it in this way, doesn't really close all that great, but I guess it's doable. But the other thing I don't like about this, okay, putting it down in there, on the back, where's the belt loop? Here, directly underneath this Velcro that's holding the bits in. So if you've got this on your belt, like I said, I do a lot. Okay, it's a little bulky, but that's fine. I've got bulkier things on my belt, but you want to get to the bits, you've got to reach in between your body and the pouch to grab the Velcro tab and then pull the tools out. And then I'll tell you, I tried this. Sliding them back in while it's on your belt is damn near impossible. So the concept is good, but I just don't think this is something that a first responder wants on his belt unless you take it out of the pouch, get rid of all this stuff, and basically use it as the cutter. But like I said, now it's stayed in because I held it down. If you pull it out again, there's that swing arm. But that's it. The K2 Rescue Kit by Kabar. All in all, I think it's got some value. I think the blade's extraordinary. This thing just goes through everything. I haven't tried sawing my car door yet, but everything else works. But I don't know, I could have had a little more thought in the logistics of how it deploys. Okay, more later. Everybody be safe. See ya.